Spending so much time here. By the time we get to San Francisco, I don't even know. I don't even know how we're going to make our deadline. The Water Lily's crew held a funeral for the dead sailor. I was not specifically invited, but was curious about the incident. The funeral was an excellent opportunity to learn more about the crew. Captain Wicker led the Christian service with customary grimness. I was surprised by the absence of the sailor's companion, who had been arguing with him just before the fall. Yet he was not the only one missing from the funeral. Oddly, only half the crew had come to pay their respects. I went in search of the rest, only to find them making an offering in front of a makeshift Shinto shrine in the crew quarters. The fellow from the night before was amongst them. The captain doesn't want us at his Christian ceremonies. He thinks nothing of our faith, one of the sailors told me bitterly. We make our offerings here instead. And again, I miss out on grooming my beloved master. His hair is becoming so unkempt. Storm, too exhausted to write a proper entry. Suffice to say, we are still afloat. As we settled down for the night, I was struck by an unrelated thought. Monsieur Fogg, the dateline! I have altered our watch already, he replied calmly. Did you think I might forget? My master was of course correct. With an eye such as his, it was unthinkable that he might miss such a detail. We had reached a point directly opposite Greenwick, where the hours we had lost in traveling around the Earth were added back. A whole extra day. Huh. Can you please give me time to press a button? Yesterday's storm hit us with little warning. One moment I was preparing Monsieur Fogg's shaving water to exactly the right temperature. The next we were being tossed from one end of the cabin to the other. We were only lucky that the bed was securely nailed to the floor. Rain clattered against our iron hull. I just saw the line appear. Fuck. Nearly drowning out the shouts of the crew, the storm lasted nearly 6 hours and blew us far off course. The captain spent most of the day peering at his charts, trying to locate our position. No land anywhere upon the horizon. Day 60, Monsieur Fogg murmured that night in his sleep, and still some distance yet to travel. God damn it. Unless that's actually what I'm conversing about. I don't know. Oh, we're heading to Honolulu. Okay. We would make port in 5 days and have to find our own further conveyance from there. This'll not do. Indeed not, sir, I agreed, not even daring to calculate the delay and expense our unexpected diversion could cause. Oh, Monsieur Fogg gave me a cool, appraising glance. Captain Wicker has reneged upon his word as a gentleman, he said curtly, before lowering his voice to an almost furtive undertone. Our course is clear. We must mutiny. Oh, wait, there's those people, the Shinto, shrine, the people who worshipped at Shinto shrine, they might mutiny. There's definitely enough people that I think we could do that. Of course, Izumi is going to hate our guts, I'm sure. Ooh, this is a plot twist. I still don't know if we're going to make it, though. Less than 20 days. And if we're really going all the way to Honolulu, I just don't see it being possible. Basically, what I see us having to do is get back on course to San Francisco, mow our way through to New York and hopefully make our way across to Ponta Delgada to London. I don't know if we can do it though. It just seems so impossible. But then they thought traveling around the world in 80 days was impossible, and they still did that, so... So, to my greatest concern, given the fact that we are about 19 to 20 days away from basically being screwed, I'm going to have to agree to mutiny. See to it, Passepartout. Use your... initiative? I offered brightly. Quite, he said, with the agreeableness of a gentleman who has just given his valet a near Herculean task. We will mutiny in 5 days when we reach Honolulu. Make your preparations as you see fit. 5 days? So day 66 we're going to mutiny at Honolulu. What's the plan once we do that? I guess we could try and pass through the Panama Canal towards London, but still doesn't feel like we're going to... Okay, wait. If it takes 5 days just to cross this trek of land... I don't know. I don't think we're going to do it. I don't think we're going to make it. My task was clear. I was to ferment mutiny aboard the water lily. I decided to begin by exploiting the crew's animosity towards one another. Divide and conquer, or so dear Maman always consoled. There we go. Gossip and rumor would be a good way to start, I thought. Though such subtleties might also be lost on a crew of sailors, so I decided to... desecrate the Shinto shrine and blame it upon the zealous Christian converts of the crew. It was not long before the Shinto adherents began to seethe and mutter of their ill treatment, looking towards the captain with suspicious eyes. Such suspicion could easily be tipped into revolt. Ah. It was with satisfaction that I noted a certain increase in tension aboard the water lily, a situation I would carefully have to exaggerate if my master's mutiny was to have any chance of success. Next, I attempted to ingratiate myself with... The Chinese laborers, who were still rather storm-tossed and discombobulated. I managed to convince them to play dice with me and proceeded to... Which one would be beneficial? I'm trying to think back here. Impress them with my skill. Shit. My funds went up, but who the hell cares about that? Honolulu is connected to San Francisco by boat. Fascinating. Honolulu to Tabatinga? It's through Panama City. Alright. They say King Kamehameha the Third is a devout Christian. Sorry, I couldn't resist. Port Moresby, Santiago. Everywhere leads to the Panama Canal. Alright, that makes sense. You can pick something up in Brisbane that would sell for a fortune in Acapulco. Fascinating. Well, at least we have a route open from Honolulu all the way over there to San Francisco. I'd attempted to suborn the obvious targets aboard the Water Lily, but wars were often won by the unexpected. With that in mind, I turned my attention upon the ship's artificer, a tall, rather imposing woman in a short jacket embroidered with the guild's copper lily. Artificers were notoriously neutral in the matter of conflict or civil disruption, but I appealed to her vanity, offering to restyle her rather fusty robes into something more accurate. She regarded my own outfit critically for a few moments before her narrow face blossomed into a surprisingly sweet, if toothy, smile. You seem like a man with a good eye, she admitted. I have always wanted to be fashionable. Yes! I knew referring to machinery would somehow do something. I told her that clothing was like any other machinery. It could be well-oiled and well-designed, and it would simply work. The analogy pleased her greatly. I left, certain I had her favor. There we go. And Monsieur Fogg's condition is good. I spent the day putting the last finishing touches to my planned mutiny. It was a matter as delicate and serious as the creation of a souffle by a master chef. I spread word of my signal amongst my allies and stayed up late, ensuring every man and woman on my side was true. Well, hopefully this works out. We still have to cross the Atlantic. You must find a route that will get us as close to Europe as possible. I agree there. It's going to be hard, though. Here it is. We reached Honolulu in the dark. The captain took a small skiff into the harbor with a few of the officers, wishing to inquire about repairs before putting the Water Lily into dry dock. Monsieur Fogg watched the boat for a long moment. Now is the time, he said crisply. I trust everything is in order. I assured him. Let us hope so. With that, my master retreated to his cabin, and I called the signal to arms. The Water Lily erupted into chaos. Everywhere was the clash of sabers and pistols. Now and then I heard the shriek of the officers' sonic weapons. But I was not alone. The half of the crew that followed the Shinto creed fell in behind me with a rallying cry. They fought their Christian crewmates with vicious determination, clearing the top deck within the hour. The Chinese laborers did not do anything, but they did not intervene against my band of mutineers. The submariners, led by Commander Davis, emerged quietly. There was a long, terrible moment when I wondered at their allegiance. Then Commander Davis caught my eye and nodded. We know when it is time for change, she shouted, driving back any stragglers loyal to Captain Wicker. Oh, good, my relationship with Izumi worked out. Suddenly, a horde of rat-shaped clockwork autonoma boiled up from the engine room, tripping up the officers and crew loyal to the captain and emitting gouts of scalding steam at any who dared attack them. The Water Lily's artificer, then, was on our side. By noon, it was... What? It sounded like we had everything under control besides the Chinese laborers. It was clear that our efforts were all for naught, however. The mutiny did not have the support and numbers required to defeat those who had maintained their loyalty. Captain Wicker and the other officers returned just in time to smother the last flames of rebellion. My master and I... are screwed. I may be a gentleman, but I am not a fool. It was only due to Captain Wicker's good grace that we retained our luggage. Our mutinous comrades were not treated with such leniency and were thrown unceremoniously below. That was... Monsieur Fogg said with icy precision as we stood up on the stranded volcanic island on which we found ourselves. Rather badly done. Unfortunately, I could not disagree. Oh, fuck. Well, we only have one plan. Pay to go tomorrow for San Francisco at 9 a.m. We have to make up for lost time.